Good afternoon, everybody. So today we're going to go to CEX Stafford. It has been a while. The last time I went, there was literally nothing. I'm not even going to check the stock checker today. I'm just going to walk in blind and hope for the best. There's got to be something. There's got to be. I even have a little £2 voucher to spend. Maybe I'll get Haze with it. Maybe there'll be 2 copies of Haze and I'll get both of them. That'd be quite funny. I'm also getting my hair cut because I'm overdue for that, apparently. The weather is abysmal. So that's not good. So I probably won't be able to film whilst walking, which I usually like to do. In other gaming news, I'm beginning to play Fallout 4. And does anybody else do this, where when they own multiple systems, they sometimes buy the same game multiple times? Even right down to the DLC? Because I'm kind of doing that today. There's something about Fallout 4 that's making my Xbox a bit loud, and it's annoying me. So I'm going to, I think, probably play it on PS5, which will mean rebuying the DLC. I already own the game on PS5 because I think I already had it digitally anyway at some point along the line from when it first released. And then I've got the physical version of it for the sake of collecting on PS4. And I also have it on PC as well because I've definitely done a playthrough on PC. Because I remember at one point having to mod the PC version so that mouse and keyboard worked properly because there was something about the way that the mouse cursor wasn't tracking one-to-one with the way that it should accurately. So at this point, Fallout 4 I own a ridiculous amount of times, and to be fair, that kind of goes for all of the Fallout games. But speaking of all of the Fallout games, I'm actually looking to collect my missing Fallout games, with that being basically Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and Fallout Tactics. I already have one missing Fallout game that nobody ever actually remembers. Let me show you that one, shall I? Let me switch this round. I got this from that retro game shop in Derby. I think it's Retro Game Exchange or something like that. Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. This cost £28. Pretty pristine case. And TikTok will definitely have never ever heard of it. And to be fair, probably never play it, because only really Fallout 3 onwards is my thing. Speaking of Fallout 3, my pretty little case over here. My Game of the Year edition version of it down here. And then over on PS3 again, if we go to F. I said if we go to F. Where's F? H-I-J-K, F. We got Fallout 3, then Fallout New Vegas there. It's a shame about the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition, because I did see that a while ago, I think, in not Sheffield, not in Leicester. I don't know. In our CEX, I saw a Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition with all the poker chips and stuff like that. But it feels like it's not something that you can display and isn't anywhere near as cool as the Fallout 3 lunchbox. There is actually one other collector's edition that I think I'm going to maybe look for at some point, and it's going to be pretty expensive. It's the Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw Controller edition thing. Because I have every other version of Resident Evil 4 that ever existed ever, so it could be a cool one to have. Anyway, let us go. I've got an hour and a half till my haircut, so I need to get to CEX and do all my stuff. See you there. Do you know what I do need to figure out? Listen for this. That my oil change and inspection service is due, but copyright. But it's not due because I actually didn't need a service this year because it had only been like 2,000 miles since my last one, or 3,000 at a push, so I wasn't paying for a service. My MOT was fine, but because they usually would clear that warning, I don't know how to clear it myself. I've never had to. I'm gonna have to mess around with the settings when I can be bothered. We'll see. Also, if you can see the rain is raining. Alright, I'll see you at CEX. Okay, welcome back to Stafford CEX again, and I just noticed something that I didn't see while I was actually in the shop. They've got some Switch 2 stuff already, and it's behind the glass, so maybe that means it's rare. I don't know. I'm not really a Nintendo guy. I don't really care about the Switch. I've not got any intention of getting a Switch 2 anytime soon, if at all. I know that it's out. I don't know much about it. I don't know whether it could compete with the PS5 and the Series X. I'm gonna hit the doubt button there. I have no idea. All I've seen is that there are people posting pictures of them like at the midnight release or whatever of the Switch 1 as like 13-year-olds, and then now as like 20-year-olds or 21-year-olds for the Switch 2. And that makes me feel really old, because I don't know. I suppose most of you guys are older than me over on YouTube, so maybe you guys don't feel like the Switch was that long ago either. I don't know. My big Nintendo thing as a kid was the Game Boy. I remember the day that I got my original Game Boy Advance SP, because I suppose that's technically a different product. It might be interesting at some point to get the other Game Boys just to own them. I've got like 3 different DSs. I've got a 2DS XL. No, I've got a 2DS. I've got a DSi XL, which was probably my longest lasting one. I remember when I got that as well. I'm really good at like associating memories with items. Sometimes to my own detriment. Like sometimes you'll associate something and it'll become like a somber memory. But yeah. Anyway, Switch 2 stuff. I didn't expect it to be here already. Because where the hell would you even go if you wanted to buy a brand new Switch game? I'm presuming probably Argos. Maybe a Smith's if you've got one. Sadly, Stafford doesn't have a Smith's. In fact, I think that the nearest Smith's to me is probably Walsall. It's a bit of a trek. So, yeah. I feel like it's been a while since there's been much shift in stock at Stafford. I've definitely been going way less frequently. Like, for example, the voiceover today is 4 days after I actually filmed these clips. And I'm about to go to Stafford again and hope that maybe there's been something different. Because regardless of whether I can find anything for the purposes of these videos, I do have to go to CEX to record the TikToks. Because I don't make a YouTube video every time I go to CEX because it's not always worth it. Like you'll see today probably wasn't necessarily worth it either because it's just a bit anticlimactic, but it was. If I'm going to like CEX a few days in a row, then I won't always, and I'll just sometimes go for the sake of filming TikToks in the building, because TikToks inside of CEX just perform better, even if the topic isn't necessarily about anything in front of me in the CEX. If that made any sense at all? I don't know, I feel like I say that a lot. Okay, haircut has been had. I did buy a singular game. I will show you what we got when we got home. Just been to Aldi. And now, my favourite offer at KFC's come back, the 20 wings, which is a bit of a rough one because we've proven a few times now that at KFC in Stafford, they counting beyond maybe 6 is a bit of a struggle. So getting to 6-3 and a bit times, we'll see. But, yeah, let's go home. Hello, Ruby Roo. Are you excited to see what I bought today? I don't know why you were so excited to see what I bought, because it's never for you. It's never been for you from CEX. They don't do doggy biscuits. Would you like some belly rubs? Would you like some belly rubs? What are you doing? Would you like belly rubs? You like doing the opposite of belly rubs right now. You're ascending rather than descending. Come on, roll over. Roll over. Oh, what's it? Oh, you fell over. Little silly sausage. Little silly sausage. Silly sausage. You look like you're smiling. You never do that. You always look quite unhappy in reality. I don't know what it is about every dog I've ever had, but they have like a face that just doesn't look smiley. No matter how much the tail's wagging. Little silly sausage. Jump up then. You want to jump up now? I'm gone. Right. Shall I show you guys what we got? You're just gonna... Thought you were gonna... Ruby? No. No. So today, we got a copy of Haze. I think I'm actually going to keep up with buying a Haze copy every time I see it. This will be the 3rd one on my shelf. They can be like shelf filler, and then as I need to actually buy things that I'm going to keep, I'll just replace them. It's just funny, because hopefully at this point, when I at some point do decide to actually play through Haze, each time it gets stuck or freezes or whatever at a certain point in the game, I should just be able to take that disc out and put a different Haze disc in and it carry on. And hopefully between about 4 different Haze discs, because I'm pretty sure I've got 4 Haze discs now, I should be able to make some decent way progress through the bloody game that is probably only about 4 hours long, because first person shooters of like that era, the stories on them, very short, always were. What are you doing, Rubes? Ruby Rubes. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I guess I'll see you next time. Bit of an anticlimactic one, I know, but we're not always going to win.